This was the scene in Atlanta, Georgia, from just moments ago as the sun set in this bustling city. Tonight, all eyes are on Georgia as they decide who will be the two senators to represent them in Congress. If the Democrats win both seats, then they will take control of the United States Senate. There is the current balance of power. Democrats with 48 seats, Republicans with 50 seats. If the Democrats pick up 2 seats tonight, the tiebreaker will go to Vice President Kamala Harris. And it is 7 o'clock, so we have some poll closings in the state of Georgia. 2 Senate races up for grabs. And here we go. Let's get a key race alert in the state of Georgia. In Georgia, Jon Ossoff currently leads his Republican opponent, David Perdue, 51.5% to 48%, with 60% of the vote in. Now, this is a good sign for Jon Ossoff and the Democrats early on. We did not expect Jon Ossoff to be up by more than 3 points at this time. But keep in mind that of that 60%, around 45% of it is from early voting that took place in Georgia. And only around 15% is actually from today's vote. So as we get more vote in from today, expect the Republicans to start performing better in this race. And looking like the same is true in the second Georgia Senate election, the special Senate election. Raphael Warnock currently leads his Republican opponent 53.2% to 46.3%, with 60% of the vote in. Although Raphael Warnock did consistently lead this race, we do not expect him to win this race by more than 4 points. Good signs for the Democrats early, but do not expect the Democrats to win these races by as much as they are leading right now. We're starting to get some more of the vote in, and with it, some more early indicators as to who will control the United States Senate for the next 2 years. Currently, in Georgia, David Perdue leads Jon Ossoff, very slim lead here, 49.8% to 49.8%, almost an exact tie between the two candidates. 69% of the vote is in. More vote from today coming in, hence the Republicans leading at this point. And now let's take a look to see if it's the same story in the Georgia special Senate election. And yeah, same kind of story. Right now, Raphael Warnock holds a small lead over Kelly Loeffler, 50.5% to 49.0%. 70% of the vote is currently in. So still good that the Democrats are winning this race, looking a lot better than the Ossoff-Perdue race, but do not expect the Democrats to win these races by more than a point. And now let's take a look at Georgia for another time tonight. David Perdue is currently leading Jon Ossoff 50% to 49.5%, a slim lead for Perdue, but as more of the vote comes in, it's looking like it could be a disappointing night for the Democrats. The Democrats were hoping to win both seats, and it's not looking so good in this Ossoff seat. Within a point, though, so really anything could happen at this point. Democrats should still be optimistic, but not necessarily expecting to win tonight. And now let's take a look at this Georgia special Senate election. Raphael Warnock still leading, 51% to 49.6%, 83% of the vote in here. So they could definitely pick up this seat. It's looking more and more like they are going to pick up this seat. So if Democrats are okay with just picking up one seat, then this could be a good night for them, depending on how you view it. If you're a Democrat, if you're a Republican, obviously you're hoping to keep both seats, but still a chance for Jon Ossoff, and it's looking like Raphael Warnock might be able to pull off the upset and defeat Kelly Loeffler. So we'll see. 83% of the vote in, still not all of the vote in. So a chance for a comeback for both Loeffler and Ossoff. And let's take a look at the Georgia Senate elections at this hour. Jon Ossoff is now leading David Perdue, 48.8% to 48.7%, 95% of the vote in. And it's looking like Jon Ossoff might be able to win this seat tonight. He was not favored. Perdue was favored. But in a 50-50 race, Ossoff could end up winning against the incumbent Democrat. This would be an important gain for the Democrats. And now let's take a look at the Georgia Special Senate election. Raphael Warnock has 51.9% to Kelly Loeffler's 47.6%, with 96% of the vote in. So Warnock leading by a good amount here. And usually if an incumbent is down by more than 2 points with more than 95% of the vote in, they are essentially done. But Kelly Loeffler does still have a chance to win this election. A very slim chance, but a chance. She will probably not concede Raphael Warnock until we get a projection in. So hopefully we'll get a projection in soon, but we're not ready to make a projection yet. Two major projections to make at this hour. Jon Ossoff has come back to win this regular Georgia Senate election. He was not expected to do so coming into the night and was down in the polls, but he will win. And right now, the Democrats have a gain. They're one seat closer to the Senate majority. And now they're not even one seat closer. They have the Senate majority. Raphael Warnock has won his seat as well. The former Reverend, he has won his seat by a good amount against Kelly Loeffler. So two generally tight races, 100% of the vote in now, and we can call both of these Democrats the apparent winners here. Let's see the margins. Jon Ossoff beat David Perdue 48.9% to 48.6%, 100% of the vote in. Of course, he won by 0.3%, coming back and upsetting David Perdue. As for Raphael Warnock, he won 51.6% to 47.9%, a nice healthy win for Warnock. So, although we couldn't make a projection until now, two solid wins for the Democrats, two wins that didn't come down to 0.1 or 0.2%, which was what we were expecting coming into the night. And now you can see the graphic on your screen. It is official. Democrats have taken control of the United States Senate. They have the House of Representatives, the Senate, and the presidency. A big win for the Democrats tonight. The Democrats have done it with 50 seats. 50 seats. So a tie, and Vice President Harris will break that tie. So thank you all for watching this video. I'm sorry that it was a little bit late. I intended for it to air yesterday, but I was busy making the slides yesterday, so it had to air today, a little bit late. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this election night. I'll be making many more election nights. This was very, very fun to make. Just a short little fun election night. But I'll be making many more, including that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez Donald Trump election night, which I'm also working on. that should be ready to go pretty soon. Okay. Have a great rest of your day, and have a great